Life goes in waves, and some days are definitely easier than others. Whether you're someone who suffers from anxiety or high amounts of stress, or maybe you just want to kick up your self-care and daily routines up a notch. Either way, this video is for you. And make sure you stay right to the very end, where I'm going to share my favorite free app. It was created by doctors and therapists, and I'm really excited to tell you more about it. Hey, I'm Amanda from theintuitivewife.com, and today's video is all about how to use free apps to support your mental health, your self-care, basically your overall well-being. Now, I love using apps on my phone to do this because, let's be real, we basically have our phones glued to us at all times. And if we don't, they're at least in our line of sight. So since it's something that we pick up already on a regular basis to check our texts or social media, we might as well use it to do some good and support us in our overall health. So if you're ready to learn more about the free apps that just might change your life, then let's finally get into it. App number 1 is called Tusk. Tusk is a task planner and daily habit tracker. It helps you to keep track of your daily tasks, develop good habits, and achieve your goals. This app allows you to keep a list of tasks for the day, build schedules, set notifications, and track the execution of tasks on the calendar. I've only been using Tusk for about 2 months or so, but honestly I'm finding it really helpful. It has customizable settings so you can play with the notification and choose if and when you want the app to notify you. Since this is an app on creating daily healthy habits, I strongly recommend leaving push notifications on at least once a day. So far I'm using the free version and it seems to be more than enough for what I need. If I remember correctly, you can only set up 3 tasks throughout the day, but honestly that is plenty. If you're just starting out a new routine, the last thing you want to do is overwhelm yourself with all of these things. So it's best to really start with 1 or 2 tasks that you want to start incorporating into your day, and once it becomes a habit after 20, 30, 40 days, then you can tweak your habits on Tusk and start including different habits that you want to start incorporating in your day. Definitely don't jump in with both feet. Number 2 is Lojong. I like Lojong because it's different from other meditation apps that I've used. In today's world, we tend to have a very difficult time either sitting alone in silence or sitting with our own thoughts. And Lojong helps you to train your mind using meditation to decrease stress and anxiety and increase happiness. What's interesting about this app is that it has a variety of different practices. So whether you want to focus on sleep, happiness, or whether you only have 5 minutes to spare, or whether you want to make this more of a dedicated practice and you want to commit 21 plus days, which is called a program. Either way, there's lots of flexibility in this app. I also like that there's a series of videos on this app that helps explain the science and the benefits of meditation and of happiness. You can scroll through motivational quotes, and you can also choose whether it's meditation or mindful breathing, or you can choose a gratitude journal right on the app. And you can even turn on a timer so you can meditate in silence or having some ambient noises behind you. Either way, I find Lojong to be very helpful and very user-friendly. One thing I really like about this app, which honestly is such a small thing, but is something that I haven't come across very often in other meditation apps, is you can turn on a setting so that when you are meditating, your phone automatically goes on Do Not Disturb or silent. Because there is nothing more annoying than finally getting into a groove and settling into a meditation just to hear the ding on your phone. So I definitely appreciate that very small feature that Lojong has. The third app on this list is called I Am. I Am is an affirmation app, and you could set it to send you push notifications as frequently or infrequently throughout the day as you like. I think you can choose anywhere between 0 and 10 push notifications a day, and it will basically just send you positive affirmations throughout the day. If you're not really into the whole push notification thing, you can open the app and scroll through multiple affirmations that they have. You can click on the heart of each affirmation that you like, and this will help customize your feed, I guess, on the home screen of this app. The downside to using this free app is that you're very limited in the kind of affirmations that you receive. You will only get affirmations around stress, anxiety, and self-care. So if you were looking for something along the lines of affirmations for love, positive thinking, personal growth, or spirituality, then you might need to consider the paid version of this app. By the way, I would love to know what your favorite go-to free Android app is. Please let me know in the comments below. Okay, so app number 4 is called Manifest Goals. This app honestly surprised me, but to be fair, I wasn't really quite sure what to expect. When you first open the app, it will ask you to identify the goal that you want to work towards and the date that you would like to achieve this goal by. Then it will also ask you if you want to be reminded to work towards this goal in the morning, in the evening, or both. And it will send you push notifications to remind you to work towards this goal. This app tracks progress based on the amount of times that you log in and take the action suggested. Now, this app also includes a vision board tab, a positivity tab, which has a whole bunch of videos to help support you and educate you on manifestation and law of attraction. Now, one thing that I do not like about this app is at the bottom there's usually like a video and a little blurb about what the video is about, and every single video that I've clicked on has been some type of sale, which is fine. It's a free app. I completely understand that it will at some point need to ask you for money. However, what I don't like about it is the videos that it asks you to watch usually are kind of weird sales tactics. Like it's like slimy feeling. So I have ended up just not clicking on the videos down below anymore because they just are kind of ick. Now, COVID has felt long and painful for all of us. I think if it's done anything, it's helped us to realize that we need to prioritize the important things in life. Mental health has taken a huge hit since COVID started for multiple reasons. Some of us have had more time to spend on self-care and some of us haven't at all. And let's be real, life was so busy pre-COVID that finding time for self-care even then was pretty difficult. Life definitely doesn't look the same today as it did a year and a half ago, but something that I have found to be very helpful is to rely on my self-care apps and my wellness apps. Some days are just easier than others, and sometimes it's nice to know that literally the click of a button will help relieve some anxiety or stress or just a cooped up feeling. So you've made it almost to the end. We're finally at the final app, which is number 5, and it is my favorite self-care app. If you've been following me for a while, then you may have heard me mention it in the past. This app is called Youper. This free app allows you to track and identify your emotions, which I find really interesting. After regular use, you'll be able to open the app and it will identify what it is that makes you happy, sad, angry, anxious, frustrated, annoyed. Sometimes that's typical things like work will always be associated to stress, but it's interesting to see what else is in that category that causes you stress or has caused you stress throughout the past few weeks or months. What I really like about Youper is that it also provides meditation suggestions based on how you're feeling and how you would like to feel. So if I log into Youper and I say that I'm feeling 90% anxious, it goes into a sequence. It will ask me why I'm feeling anxious. What has triggered my anxiety? Do I want to talk about it? And then it will go into a second sequence and a third sequence, such as like mindfulness and why don't we do a meditation on anxiety? It tries to be very intuitive, and I've definitely experienced much worse, so I think it does a pretty good job considering it's a free app trying to support mental health. This app has grown a lot over the past few years. When I first started using Youper, it basically was just, how are you feeling? What has caused you to feel this way? How do you want to feel? And here's a meditation to help you. but it's grown so much more than that. There are so many different meditations now that you can choose from. There's so many different feelings and triggers that you can choose from. It even now has a paid feature, which I find to be really interesting. The newest feature is actually a one-on-one therapy and prescription delivery service included with the subscription fee. I don't know too much about it because it only applies to US residents. Being a Canadian, I don't really pay attention to that fine print when it comes to US resident stuff, so it could only be applicable to certain states. But I do think that it's great that there is an app out there that has worked so hard to become so much more robust and support mental health pre and during COVID. Something else that I really like about this app is that it was created by doctors and therapists. Their main focus is to help support and improve the lives of those suffering from anxiety and mental health issues. There was even a study conducted by scientists from Stanford University that said using Youper for just 2 weeks was enough to reduce anxiety and depression symptoms by 20%. So I personally use Youper quite often, not always on a daily basis, but I do try to make it a habit, regardless of whether I'm feeling good or not quite my best. I personally will try to incorporate Youper either before or after my morning journaling. If journaling is also something that you are trying to incorporate but maybe don't know where to start, then be sure to click on the video that's on your screen right now where I go through frequently asked questions, tips, and easily digestible information for beginners when it comes to journaling. So be sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you over there. Bye guys.